Welcome to the video on Introduction to Data Visualization and its importance. There are multiple definitions when it comes to describing what is data visualization. Let's take a look at few of them. As per Wikipedia, data visualization refers to the techniques that are used to communicate data or information by encoding it as visual objects contained in graphics. Very famous and pioneers in data visualization, Noah and Julie, in their book on designing data visualization, they define data visualization is an efficient and effective medium for communicating large amounts of information, whereas Gartner describes visualization as the illustration of information objects and their relationship on a display. And you will see many more definitions in literature. When it comes to describing data visualization, I would like to quote an example from the book titled Beautiful Visualization, written by Julie and Noah. When a group of blindfolded men were asked to describe an elephant, one touches the tail and says it's a rope. The other one touches the leg and says it's a trunk of a tree. The other one touches the elephant's trunk and says it feels like a big snake. Likewise, everyone describes the elephant based on what they feel and experience and from their perspective. They are partly correct and partly wrong. Data visualization is exactly like this elephant story. Everyone uses visualization for a different purpose and describes it from their perspective and experience. Hence, there is no universal answer to the question, what is data visualization? Let's understand why we need data visualization. The biggest challenge in this decade is data is growing very rapidly. Organizations started storing gigabytes of data every day. It is not going to help the organization to just store the data without utilizing it. To consume such a large volume of data, it is necessary to have modern visualization tools to explore the data and understand its characteristics. One should have the ability to drill down deeper with high granularity. Interactive visuals solve this purpose and help the analyst to detect different patterns in data. Detecting outliers helps organizations to identify frauds that are happening behind the scenes. And also treating outliers is a primary step while building any machine learning algorithm. Without that, your model is going to give inaccurate results. Through visuals, it is easy to effectively summarize the characteristic of the data and its underlying pattern. Instead of understanding the data by just numbers and text, it is effective for anyone to quickly consume through visuals. This directly helps anyone to easily communicate the results faster and better to all the stakeholders. Because many organizations have started taking strategic decisions using data visualization along with their experience. Depending upon the purpose, the visuals can be classified in three different ways, namely infographics versus data visuals, second, exploratory versus explanatory, and finally, operational versus analytical. There is not an exhaustive list of classification. There are a few hybrid charts, but this gives us a guideline to pick the right framework before creating any visualization. Let's understand them one by one with examples. First, let us look at the difference between infographics and data visuals. In infographics, the choice of look and feel, the choice of font colors, and the images will be very good, and overall it will be visually much appealing. The visuals are story driven, that is, they are created just to convey a single story and usually handcrafted. Because of this, it is very difficult to reproduce them for different kind of stories. On the other side, data visuals will be visually informative and it will be mostly driven by the data, which means that you can reproduce them by refreshing the data in the backend. Most of the charts that we generally use, like bar charts, line charts, or scatter plots, all fall under data visuals. Let's understand the difference between exploratory and explanatory visual. The data visuals are generally added with filters for drill down, which makes them more explanatory. In these kinds of visuals, there won't be any specific message given to the user. The user has to play around with those filters and come up with different stories from the visual. On the other side, explanatory visuals are mostly static or animated. Specific message or interpretation is conveyed to the user to convince them at certain point using annotations. Because of this, the messages that are conveyed from the visuals could be biased. Let us look at the difference between operational dashboards and analytical visuals. Many organizations typically use operational dashboards to monitor the current state of affairs. The data used in these type of visuals are periodically updated, and these visuals will be typically in the form of dashboards. On the other side, analytical visuals are generally used to summarize results from machine learning or any other analytical models. Once summarized, the data is very rarely updated, and these visuals are generally represented along with animations. Many data visualization tools are available. Few of them are free and open source like Python, R, D3, etc. Few of them are paid, ones like Excel, TIBCO Spotfire. Many other tools like Tableau, Power BI, etc. offer both free and paid version, with some limitations on the free ones.